Are you perhaps a bit worried about your creatinine numbers? Well, it's a common concern, but the good news is you can actually take control. You see, simple daily choices can powerfully protect your kidneys. Maintaining healthy creatinine levels is absolutely crucial, not just for kidney health, but for your overall well-being too. Now, creatinine is a byproduct of normal muscle metabolism, and it's filtered out by your kidneys. So, if those levels are high, it might indicate some kidney issues. In this discussion, we're going to explore 5 evidence-based daily habits that can really support optimal creatinine levels and kidney function. Number 1, stay hydrated. First up, and this one is truly fundamental, is staying hydrated. Proper hydration is perhaps one of the most impactful actions you can take for your kidney health. You see, your kidneys really rely on an adequate supply of water to effectively perform their crucial functions. This includes filtering out waste products like creatinine from your blood. When you're well hydrated, your urine is less concentrated. This allows those waste products to be flushed out much more easily, which in turn reduces the strain on your kidneys. It's helpful to think of water as the vital solvent that helps your kidneys do their job efficiently, day in and day out. Now, what happens if you're dehydrated? Well, even mild dehydration can temporarily increase your creatinine levels. This is because it leads to more concentrated blood and reduced blood flow to the kidneys, making it harder for them to filter out that creatinine. So, consistent and adequate water intake is key. It ensures that your kidneys have the fluid volume they need to operate at their best. This helps keep creatinine levels within a normal range and supports the overall detoxification processes of your body. The big question then is, how much water is enough? You've probably heard the old 8 glasses a day rule, and while that's a common guideline, individual hydration needs can actually vary quite a bit. It depends on factors like your age, activity level, the climate you live in, and your overall health. A good general aim for many adults is about 1.5 to 2 liters of water per day. However, it's always a wise idea to discuss your specific fluid intake needs with your doctor. This is especially important if you have existing health conditions like kidney disease or heart failure, as sometimes fluid restrictions might apply. It's also really important to recognize the signs of dehydration. Early indicators can include feeling thirsty, having a dry mouth, perhaps urinating less frequently, or noticing that your urine is dark yellow. As dehydration progresses, you might start to experience headaches, dizziness, or fatigue. Paying close attention to these signals from your body can prompt you to increase your fluid intake before your creatinine levels are significantly affected. So, making hydration a consistent habit is absolutely key. How can you do this? Well, try carrying a reusable water bottle with you throughout the day. It's a great visual reminder. You could also set regular sipping goals, perhaps drinking a glass of water before each meal or at specific times during the day. And if you find plain water a bit unappealing, why not try infusing it with slices of lemon, cucumber, or berries for a natural flavor boost? Herbal teas, as long as they don't have added sugar, can also contribute to your daily fluid intake. Now, while water is definitely the best choice for hydration, it's good to be mindful of other beverages too. Sugary drinks like sodas and sweetened juices can unfortunately contribute to weight gain and increase the risk of conditions like diabetes, which, as we know, can harm the kidneys. Similarly, too much caffeine can have a mild diuretic effect, so it's best consumed in moderation. Prioritizing water will always be the most direct and beneficial way to support your kidney function and help maintain those healthy creatinine levels. By making hydration a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, you're truly providing your kidneys with the essential support they need to thrive. Number 2, maintain a balanced diet low in protein and salt. All right, moving on to our second point, maintaining a balanced diet that's low in protein and salt. What you eat plays a profoundly significant role in the health of your kidneys and, as a result, in maintaining healthy creatinine levels. A balanced diet, one that's thoughtfully managed for its protein and sodium content, can significantly reduce the workload on your kidneys. This helps them to function optimally for much longer. Now, this doesn't mean you need to embark on some overly restrictive or complicated eating plan. Rather, it's about making conscious, healthy choices on a consistent basis. Let's talk about protein first. Protein is, of course, an essential nutrient for building and repairing tissues in our body. However, excessive protein intake, particularly from animal sources, can increase the burden on your kidneys. You see, when your body metabolizes protein, it produces waste products, and that includes creatinine. So, if your protein intake is consistently high, your kidneys have to work that much harder to filter out these byproducts. Over time, this increased workload can unfortunately strain the kidneys, especially if their function is already a bit compromised. So, moderating protein is really key here. This involves being mindful of your portion sizes and choosing your protein sources wisely. Lean meats, poultry, fish, eggs, and dairy are all good sources, but they should be balanced with plant-based proteins. You can find these in things like beans, lentils, tofu, and whole grains. Often, plant-based proteins are a bit easier on the kidneys. And of course, your doctor or a registered dietitian can help you determine the appropriate amount of protein for your individual needs, particularly if you already have existing kidney concerns. Now, let's switch gears to another critical dietary component for kidney health, salt or sodium. A diet that's high in salt can contribute to high blood pressure, and high blood pressure is a leading cause of kidney damage. When your blood pressure is elevated, it can damage the delicate blood vessels in your kidneys. This, in turn, impairs their ability to filter waste products effectively, including creatinine. So, reducing your salt intake is a really powerful step towards protecting your kidneys. It's interesting to note that much of the salt in our modern diets actually comes from processed and packaged foods, restaurant meals, and fast food, rather than the salt shaker you might use at home. So, it's important to be vigilant about reading food labels. Look for options that say low sodium or no salt added. Some common culprits for high sodium content include canned soups, processed meats, frozen dinners, savory snacks, and quite a few condiments. So, how can you reduce salt? Well, a great strategy is to focus on cooking more meals at home, where you have control over the ingredients. Get creative and experiment with herbs, spices, lemon juice, and vinegar to flavor your food instead of relying so much on salt. If you gradually reduce the amount of salt you add to your food, your taste buds will adjust over time. Another little tip: rinsing canned vegetables and beans before you use them can also help to remove some of their sodium content. Emphasizing a diet that's rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains is a fantastic approach. These foods provide essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber, and they're naturally lower in sodium, offering a good balance of nutrients. Plus, these foods also offer antioxidants that can help protect your body's cells from damage, including the cells in your kidneys. For instance, a diet patterned after the DASH eating plan, that stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, is often recommended for kidney health because it emphasizes these whole foods while limiting sodium, red meat, and sweets. So, by thoughtfully managing your protein and salt intake, you're actively supporting your kidneys' filtering capacity and helping to keep your creatinine levels in a healthy range. Number 3, engage in regular, moderate physical activity. Our third point is all about getting moving. Engage in regular, moderate physical activity. Regular physical activity is truly a cornerstone of overall health, and it offers significant benefits for your kidneys and for maintaining healthy creatinine levels. Now, you don't need to become a marathon runner to see these benefits. Consistent, moderate exercise can make a really substantial difference. And a key tip here is to engage in activities you genuinely enjoy, as that will make it so much easier to stick with a routine that supports your well-being in the long term. So, how does moderate exercise help? Well, it helps manage several risk factors that are associated with kidney disease. For example, it can help control your blood pressure and improve your blood sugar levels, both of which are crucial for protecting those delicate filtering units within your kidneys. Furthermore, physical activity improves blood circulation. This ensures that your kidneys receive an adequate supply of oxygen and nutrients so they can function efficiently. And let's not forget that maintaining a healthy weight through exercise also reduces the overall strain on your body, and that includes your kidneys. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly constitutes moderate physical activity? Think of activities that get your heart rate up slightly and make you breathe a bit harder, but where you can still carry on a conversation. Brisk walking is an excellent choice, and it's accessible to most people. Other beneficial activities include things like cycling, swimming, water aerobics, light jogging, or even some active gardening. A good goal to aim for is at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity per week. And this can be broken down into smaller, more manageable sessions, for example, 30 minutes, 5 days a week. It's important to remember that consistency is often more important than intensity, especially when you're just starting out. It's much better to engage in moderate activity regularly than to do very strenuous workouts sporadically, as that could potentially put undue stress on your body if you're not accustomed to it. It's true that intense, prolonged exercise can sometimes cause a temporary rise in creatinine due to increased muscle breakdown, but this is different from the elevated creatinine we see in kidney dysfunction. So, for general kidney health, moderate and regular is definitely the way to go. If you're new to exercise, or if you have any pre-existing health conditions, it's always wise to start slowly. Gradually increase the duration and intensity of your workouts as you feel more comfortable. Really listen to your body and don't push yourself too hard, especially in the beginning. Rest when you need to, and always remember that any amount of movement is better than none at all. And, very importantly, before embarking on any new exercise program, especially if you have known kidney issues or other chronic conditions like diabetes or heart disease, it's absolutely essential to consult with your doctor. They can provide personalized recommendations based on your specific health status and help you choose activities that are both safe and beneficial for you. They may also advise you on any precautions you might need to take. By incorporating regular, moderate physical activity into your daily life, you're not just doing a favor for your heart and your waistline, you're actively supporting your kidney function and contributing to healthy creatinine levels. Number 4, limit use of medications and supplements affecting kidneys. Let's move on to our 4th key action, limiting the use of medications and supplements that can affect your kidneys. While medications and supplements can be absolutely vital for treating various health conditions, it's really important to be aware that some of them can affect your kidney function and potentially influence your creatinine levels. Remember, your kidneys are responsible for filtering and excreting many drugs and their byproducts from your body. Certain substances can be particularly hard on them, especially with long-term use or if taken in high doses. A common group of medications that warrant caution are non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs. These include many over-the-counter pain relievers and fever reducers that you might be familiar with, like ibuprofen and naproxen, as well as some prescription anti-inflammatory drugs. Now, while these are generally safe for occasional use by healthy individuals, frequent or high-dose use of NSAIDs can actually reduce blood flow to the kidneys and impair their function. Over time, this could potentially lead to kidney damage and elevated creatinine levels. So, if you find that you need regular pain relief, it's a good idea to discuss safer alternatives with your doctor. It's also worth noting that certain prescription medications, including some antibiotics, antiviral drugs, and medications used to treat conditions like high blood pressure or autoimmune diseases, can also have an impact on the kidneys. It's absolutely crucial that these medications are taken exactly as prescribed and under the careful supervision of your healthcare provider. Your doctor will always consider your kidney function when prescribing such medications and may need to adjust dosages if you happen to have pre-existing kidney issues. Then there's the world of dietary supplements. This includes herbal remedies and various products that are often marketed for detoxification or athletic performance. This area really requires careful navigation. Many of these products are not regulated by the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, in the same way that prescription drugs are. This means their purity, safety, and efficacy can be quite uncertain. In fact, some herbal supplements have even been linked to kidney damage. So, it's always wise to be skeptical of claims that seem too good to be true, and remember that natural doesn't always mean safe, especially when it comes to your kidneys. This brings me to a vitally important point. Always keep all of your healthcare providers informed about every single medication and supplement you are taking. This includes over-the-counter drugs, vitamins, and any herbal products. Sharing this information allows them to check for potential interactions or any risks to your kidney health. A really good practice is to maintain an updated list of all your medications and bring it with you to every doctor's appointment. Creatine supplements deserve a specific mention here. They're often used by athletes looking to enhance muscle mass and performance. These supplements can directly increase the amount of creatinine in your blood, and that's because creatine is converted to creatinine in the body. Now, while this doesn't necessarily mean the supplement is damaging healthy kidneys, it can make it a bit difficult to interpret blood creatinine tests as an accurate marker of kidney function. So, if you do use creatine supplements, be absolutely sure to inform your doctor so they can take this into account when they're assessing your kidney health. Ultimately, the best approach is to always consult with your doctor or pharmacist before starting any new medication that goes for prescription or over-the-counter drugs, and before taking any dietary supplements. They are the experts who can help you weigh the potential benefits against any risks to your kidneys. They can guide you towards choices that truly support your overall health and well-being, which will help keep your creatinine levels in a safe and healthy range. Number 5, monitor and manage chronic health conditions. And that brings us to our 5th and final key action: monitor and manage any chronic health conditions you may have. Certain chronic health conditions, most notably diabetes and high blood pressure, which is also known as hypertension, are major risk factors for kidney disease. These conditions can significantly impact your creatinine levels. Therefore, effectively managing these conditions is absolutely paramount if you want to protect your kidneys from damage and maintain their ability to filter waste products efficiently. Let's take a closer look at diabetes. Diabetes is actually a leading cause of kidney failure. When blood sugar levels are consistently high, it can damage the small blood vessels in your kidneys, including those delicate little filters called glomeruli. This type of damage is known as diabetic nephropathy, and it can develop very slowly over many years, often without any noticeable symptoms in its early stages. If your kidneys do become damaged by diabetes, they may not be able to filter creatinine effectively, which then leads to it building up in your blood. Therefore, if you have diabetes, diligent blood sugar control is absolutely crucial. This involves regularly monitoring your blood glucose levels, adhering very strictly to your prescribed medication or insulin regimen, following a diabetes-friendly diet, and, as we've discussed, engaging in regular physical activity. Consistent management of your diabetes can significantly slow down or even prevent the progression of kidney damage. Now, let's talk about high blood pressure or hypertension. This is another common culprit behind kidney damage. When high blood pressure is uncontrolled, it exerts excessive force on the artery walls throughout your entire body. This includes the arteries that lead to and are within your kidneys. Over time, this constant pressure can damage these blood vessels. This, in turn, reduces blood flow to the kidneys and impairs their filtering capacity, which can then lead to a rise in creatinine levels as the kidneys struggle to clear out waste. Effective management of high blood pressure typically involves a combination of lifestyle modifications. These include things like a low-sodium diet, regular exercise, stress management techniques, and, if necessary, antihypertensive medications prescribed by your doctor. Regular blood pressure monitoring, both at home and during your doctor visits, is essential to make sure your treatment plan is working effectively. It's also important to be aware that beyond diabetes and hypertension, other conditions can also impact kidney health. These include heart disease, autoimmune diseases like lupus, and even recurrent urinary tract infections. So, if you have any of these conditions, it's really important to work closely with your healthcare team to manage them comprehensively. Regular medical checkups are absolutely vital, especially if you have any chronic health conditions. These checkups should include routine monitoring of your kidney function. This is typically done through blood tests, like those that measure creatinine and eGFR, and also urine tests to check for things like protein. Early detection of any kidney problems allows for timely interventions, which can really help slow the progression of kidney disease and preserve your kidney function for as long as possible. So, adhering to your treatment plans, taking your medications exactly as prescribed, and maintaining open communication with your healthcare providers are all key strategies in safeguarding your kidneys when you're living with a chronic condition. When to seek medical advice. Now, while all these lifestyle habits we've discussed are incredibly beneficial, it's absolutely crucial to consult your doctor if you have any concerns at all about your kidney health or your creatinine levels. You should seek medical advice if you experience symptoms such as persistent fatigue, any swelling in your legs or ankles, changes in how often you urinate or what your urine looks like, or unexplained nausea. And, as we've touched on, regular checkups are essential, especially if you have risk factors like diabetes, high blood pressure, or a family history of kidney disease. Your doctor is the one who can perform the necessary tests, interpret your creatinine results accurately, and provide personalized guidance based on your specific health situation to ensure your kidneys stay as healthy as possible. So, to wrap things up, adopting these 5 everyday habits can significantly contribute to maintaining healthy creatinine levels and supporting overall kidney function. Making proactive lifestyle choices now can really help prevent kidney issues down the road, keeping you healthier and more vibrant in the long run. It's true that small changes can genuinely add up to big benefits for your kidneys and your overall well-being. If you found these tips helpful, we encourage you to please share this information with friends and family who might also benefit from it. We also invite you to subscribe to our newsletter for more expert health advice. And finally, we'd love for you to share your own strategies for supporting kidney health in the comments section below.